Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Aisha from Bags of Style. In today's video, I wanted to go over the 5 reasons why you don't need to buy luxury bags. Okay guys, I know this is usually not the topic I usually talk about, but anyway, if you guys not already subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting on? Please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, come join the family. We talk about everything that's bag related, from contemporary all the way to luxury. And to my returning subscribers, thank you guys so much for the continuing support, and let's get into these reasons. All right, guys. So as I stated, I wanted to do 5 reasons of why you don't need to buy luxury bags, okay? The very first reason, very first and most important reason, especially in this time that we're in regards to the whole economic and everything with the inflations and all of that. Very first one is cost. As we've seen, many of these brands, all of these luxury houses, from Chanel to Dior to Louis Vuitton to Gucci to Fendi, all of them, guys, have had price increase, and some of them has had multiple price increases. Okay, case in point, Chanel. Now, in order for you to buy a Chanel classic flap, guys, it's over $10,000. For what? A bag, right? A bag, guys. Like, the cost really doesn't define, it doesn't, how can I put it? The cost doesn't mean high quality anymore. And I'll get into that part, okay? So cost really is getting outrageous. Like, we just saw the Dior price increase, where now a lady Dior, a large lady Dior is $7,000, guys. A medium lady Dior is $6,500. A small lady Dior is $6,000. And the mini and micro are in the 5,000, guys. That's somebody's mortgage. That's somebody's whole month of salary. Like, these costs are ridiculous. And let me don't even get into Chanel, okay? Where a classic flap, like I stated, a medium classic flap is over 10,000. A jumbo is $11,000, double digit, okay? So that's the very first one. These costs are outrageous. These costs are like, these luxury houses are trying to price people out, like the everyday people, the hardworking people that save their money in order for them to be able to just buy something for them to feel good. Now you can't even go into these stores and actually buy these bags and have that experience of, oh my god, I just bought my very first luxury bag, because these costs are outrageous, guys. Outrageous. Okay, so that's the very first thing, is the cost is just crazy all across the board. Okay, number 2, quality. And you guys see I'm laughing, okay? Case in point, let's use Chanel as a case in point, okay? Chanel in the early 90s, in the 80s, when they made their, and even in the early 2000s, okay? Chanel was known for its quality, okay? Like the 24 karat gold plated, like bag. And hold on, let me get my Chanel bag so that we can actually, my vintage Chanel bag, because I want to talk about that. So as you guys can see, this is my vintage Chanel classic flap. This was made in the 90s, okay? Early 90s. I think this is a 92 or 93, I'm not sure, but this was made in the 90s. Guys, look at this bag. Look how good looking this bag look. This bag is like almost 30 years old, or even past 30 years old, and it still looks so good, because this had the real 24 karat plated gold hardware. As you can see, there isn't even any yellowing, or I'm not yellowing, but like chip on there. Even the chain on here was made with 24 karats, and even the just the material, like the leather, just feels so luxurious. Guys, can you believe this bag is how many, like almost my age? This is a 20-30-year-old bag, and it still looks so good. Okay, this is Chanel where everybody wanted a Chanel. This is Chanel when Chanel actually had quality, guys. This is like the Chanel that you be like, you know what though, yeah, I spent my money. And this Chanel wasn't even expensive if you got it in the 90s. I think in the 90s it was like a couple of $1,000s. Let's fast forward now to now Chanel, where this size bag, this same exact size bag, and mind you, they stopped making the 24 karat gold plated hardware, so they don't even make that. They make like champagne, you know, like manufacture. They don't, so this is no longer there. You can only get this if you buy vintage bags. Okay, anyway, so This exact bag with the quilts and everything, if you want to buy this bag today, it's over $10,000, guys. Yes, over 10,000. And there's so much videos here on YouTube that talks about how Chanel quality is no longer the same, okay? So Chanel are basically pricing so high for a bag that literally is like fall apart. Like some people literally did unboxing. As soon as they unboxed it, like a letter or something was chipped or it was falling apart or the thread was coming out, right? This is for over $10,000. So a double digit number, right? For a bag, and the bag is falling apart. Like if you're going to spend that much money, that bag needs to be like perfect condition for years to come, right? So like I stated, as you see my vintage one, like this speaks for itself. That quality was there, and when that quality was there, this wasn't even that expensive. So now just look at it, because now they're trying to create exclude what's the word I want to use, they want to be very exclusive, like Hermes, where it's like, but Hermes has quality, so people don't mind paying that above 10,000 price tag for their quarter bags, where it's not everybody that get it. You have to get offered. So Chanel, in their mind, it's like, you know what, though, everybody has a Chanel classic flap, and it's a classic bag, don't get me wrong. I wanted a Chanel when I started collecting bags. I was like, I need a Chanel classic flap. But it is a classic flap, it is a classic bag. But I chose to get this bag on the pre-love market because I'm not spending no over double digit number on a bag, okay? And then I have to worry about it, that it's going to fall apart. Oh, no, 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 no. We are going to that pre-love marketplace, and we are going to buy that bag for half off, okay? Like, don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm struggling on anything, but guess what? I like to save money. I don't need the experience, okay? I've gone into a Chanel. I've bought Chanel items from a Chanel store. I've already got the luxurious experience. And that's the other thing. It's like, okay, anyway. So I don't need that experience. I'm good. I will go to the pre-love market, buy this bag, and ship it to me. When I bought this bag, it was below $5,000, guys. This vintage Chanel bag, which now is even getting higher because the cost is just ridiculous, and quality on the newer ones is no longer there. That's number two. Number three, let's get into this, is investment, right? That's not a reason to buy a bag. Bags are not investments. Some bags are, depending on how exclusive it is, depending on how hard it is to get, right? So some bags are actually that, okay? But not every bag, like you don't buy bag to say, oh, I'm going to sell it later on and I'm going to get money on it. No, that's not how it works. In fact, you're going to lose money. Like I've been on that end where I bought a bag or whatever and I've sold it, and I didn't make what I pay for it. Even if it was pre-loved or even if it was brand new, I didn't make the same money. Or sometimes you'll be even lucky, right, if you break even. Yes, guys, listen to me. You'll be lucky if you break even, okay? When you try to sell the bag, if you no longer want it, okay? And a lot of times you see the pre-love markets and stuff like that. Those companies need to make money, so they will offer you lower than what you pay so that they can add their fee on top of it and make their cut. So you're basically losing money. So if you feel like, oh, you need to go buy a luxury bag because of investment, don't do that, because luxury bags are not investments, okay? Some are investments, like some specific, like Hermes bag and stuff, they're investment. Like you would think because Chanel just increases price to like $10,000, and let's say you bought your bag for like, like 8,000 or whatever, you're not going to get 8,000 on the pre-love market or when you try to sell it. No, 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 no. You might get maybe 4,000, 5,000. And for those people that got it way early, then they will kind of either break even or make a little bit of money. But for the ones that got it when Chanel was like 8,000 and something, you're not making any money. Oh, you're literally actually going to be losing money. So don't buy a bag. Don't go buy a luxury bag thinking that you're going to be making money off it, because it's not going to happen. Okay, guys? So that's the third reason. So we've already covered the cost. We've covered quality. We've covered the investment part. Okay, those are top 3 reasons why you don't need to do that. Number 4, don't buy a luxury bag because you want to get the luxury experience. That's already dead, guys. Sorry to say that. Okay, a lot of these luxury houses, it's more transactional now than it was before. Like before, you would go into these luxury house and you would be like, oh my god, like I am buying this much, like I'm spending this much money, but they made you feel good about spending that much money. Okay, some of these stores, like they don't even acknowledge you, they don't even say hi, they don't even speak to you. Okay, you will be so lucky for them to even acknowledge and say welcome to Louis Vuitton or welcome to Gucci, right? How can I assist you? You'll be lucky if they even offer you water. Sorry to say that. So if you're saying, oh my god, I want to have the luxurious experience of going to buy a luxury bag, honestly, many of these stores, it doesn't exist anymore. Like, I'm not even going to lie to you, I've bought in-store bags and I've bought pre-loved bags, right? And honestly speaking, it's some of the stores, like, I can't lie, when I did go into the Dior, I was like, ooh, okay, I like this experience. When I went into Chanel, it wasn't that way. When I went into Louis Vuitton, it wasn't that way. It was more like, oh, can you wait when this essay is ready? Oh, can you show, let me see the bag. It's not, oh, well, what would you like? Can I offer you water? Can I offer you something to drink? None of that. Like, it's gone, okay? It's, so if you're saying you want to buy a luxury bag because you want to experience that in store, like you want to have that in store experience, honestly guys, I'm sorry to say, a lot of these luxury houses, that experience is no longer there. Like, you're literally, basically, they see you as a transaction. They see you like, oh, okay, she's coming to spend her money. And also, depend on what you buy, because many of these essays don't make good money based on the bags. Like, certain bags, I know Louis Vuitton, if you buy a canvas, they make pennies on the dollar. So they, if you're not coming in to buy a leather bag, some of these essays don't care. Don't get me wrong, you might get a great essay that's like all about customer service, but if you're like, oh my god, I want to go to no, it's not there anymore, guys. So if that's a reason why you want to buy a luxury bag, I'm sorry to tell you, my number 4 reason is that it doesn't, I shouldn't say it doesn't exist, because it still exists, but it's so rare that even me, sometimes, like, when I go, I'm like, oh my god, like, when somebody, like, and I'm all about customer service, guys, when somebody treat me, I'm like, oh my god, like, this is amazing. Like, I want to buy the whole store because their customer service, the way they make you feel, is so amazing. But a lot of these luxury houses, they've lost that sauce. They're all about, you come spend your money, you get out, because they need to take care of another customer, unless you're a VIP, one of their VIP customer. But if you just like, oh, I just saved up my money, this is my very first bag, you don't know when you're going to buy again, just take it and say, you know what, I'm just going to go buy a bag, or you know what, let me just look on the pre-love market and save some money, instead of going to go buy a luxury bag in store to get an experience. So that's my number 4 reason, is that in-store experience. If you're buying luxury bag for in-store experience, guys, I'm sorry to say, it doesn't exist. Okay, well, it hardly exists. My reason, number 5 reason, and my final reason, is that you want to buy a luxury bag because somebody else that you know have luxury bag, or because you were influenced by, like, influencer, like somebody that you watch on YouTube, somebody that you saw on Instagram, including me, because I might be part of the problem because I have a channel. But don't say you want to buy a luxury bag because of that. Buy a luxury bag because you want a luxury bag. Don't buy a luxury bag because you were influenced to buy a luxury bag. Okay, don't do that, because at the end of the day, you're going to regret it, guys. I'm sorry to say that, because you might go buy this luxury bag because Billy Bob or Sandra told you, or you saw them as part of, like, your friends, your little friend clique, they all got luxury bag, and you carrying something that they don't consider high-end luxury, so you want to decide to go buy a luxury bag because they have it. Or you saw your favorite influencer on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, they have this bag and you're like, oh my God, I want to get that bag. No, don't do that. Buy a luxury bag because you want a luxury bag. Buy a luxury bag because you can afford it. Buy a luxury bag so and not you going into debt, okay? Buy a luxury bag because of those reasons, because it's something that you've always wanted. Don't buy a luxury bag because of Billy Bob, all of those, okay? Don't buy a luxury bag because you were easily influenced, okay? So those are my top 5 reasons of why you shouldn't get a luxury bag. If you guys have any questions below, let's talk about it on the comment below. What are other reasons why you shouldn't buy a luxury bag? Leave it in the comment. Let's have a serious discussion about this. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.